What is going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Film study for rookies. Today, man, we're going to break down LaJohntay Wester. Now, 40 times says 4.46, but when you watch him play, man, him moving vertically, it looks faster than that. So today, man, we're take a look at how he did in the preseason. Some of them are catches, some of them are just routes, all right? And take a look at the potential playmaker that the Ravens have for the future, man. Let's get into this thing. So first play, you're going to see him lined up. You're going to see him lined down here. It looks to be covered 2 pre-snap, man-to-man coverage, as you're going to see right here. A little match, as you're going to see as well. Now, does the throw go to him? On this play, it doesn't, but I want to take a look at his route running. So first thing to look at right here is the man coverage. And what's interesting to me is you see a lot of receivers, they create that separation off the line, right? So usually man coverage, right? DB's a little bit closer sometimes or more head up on him, but he's giving him inside release because he has inside help, right? So watch him right about here, though. 3 yards off. 3 yards off. Look at the DB. He's going to bite on that. Bang. Leave him in the dust. Now, you're going to see the Colts right here. A little match coverage. All right. Nickelback right here. He's going to pass that off to the safety right there. So he's going to play the inside right here. Take a look what happens. You're going to see he's going to pass him off right there. And then on that dig route with LaJohntay right there, all right, he would be playing that. But if you rewind it, what I like right here is even after the play is going right here, the DB is giving him inside release, and he still creates separation right there. Good stuff right there. Let's jump to play number 2 right here. A little play action. This is one of the things I think he's have to work on is that hip sync, right? Run that back real quick. The dude, he does everything almost completely perfect, right? But you see at the top of his routes when he's the hip sync, right, and turn those hips, he struggles a little bit because this DB should not be there with him, right? You see that DB, he's going to turn his hips. He's ready to run that vertical route. DB's going this way, all right? LW is going this way. But you're going to see, because he takes so long to sink those hips, that DB's going to sit there right on top of that. Run that back real quick. If he gets better at this, bang, he should be cutting and then bang, making his way back inside. That's really the only knock on him, to be honest. It's not really a knock, just something he has to improve on, right? But look at this. You get exactly what you want. You get that DB turns hips to go vertical, bang, cut, break. Just something he has to work on. Let's keep it going, though, because there's a lot more positive stuff. And as we jump to the next play right here, it's 3rd and 11. What I like right here is just the speed he has. Now, if the QB puts a little bit more on that, take a look right here. Where's he throwing from? It's still, what, a 50-yard throw? Maybe he's got to throw it earlier. Let's take a look right here. He's got pressure coming inside. Kind of shies away from it a little bit. But even with the DB playing, 7, 8 yards off right here. All right, Colts drop into a cover 1, as you're going to see. That safety's done for, right? So you're seeing the speed, the athleticism right away. And right here, we're going to see a little play action. You're going to have LW bottom of your screen. Let's break this down real quick. First of all, amazing catch right here, right? Amazing catch right here. And why do I say that? Run it back real quick, all right? You're going to have I-form, a little play action right here. We're going to pause it right about here, okay? He's got about 2 to 3 yards of separation. But once again, watch how long it takes for him to come out of this right there. Now, QB is a little bit late on the throw. But look at this right here, right? Hip sync right there. Hip sync, and he's still chopping 2 or 3 yards up. And as we look at this slow-mo, take a look at this real quick. One, the throw is obviously late, but because it took him so long to stop and then turn that thing back around, look at the DB. He's going to break on that thing, and as the ball gets there, the DB's also hitting him too. Once he masters this right here, it's over, right? Because he didn't get to make a move because 1, the throw was late, and 2, right, how long it took him to turn back around. But great catch because he's getting hit as that ball is coming. So good catch nonetheless. Let's keep it going. On this one right here, it's 3rd and 8. Once again, the Ravens are going to give him a shot. Let's take a look what happens. Look at this catch right here. Oh, I kind of ruined it for you. But look at that catch right there on the sideline. The Ravens are giving him a chance. Once again, another 3rd down. 3rd and 11 before. 3rd and 8 right here. Man, he just flies by. And that DB gets beat so bad that when he stops, that DB is flying the other way, man. 3rd and 8, big play right here. Then right here, it's 2nd and 6. You're going to see the QB. All right, likes the matchup right there on the outside. Now, I go back and forth on this because you're going to see that outside receiver. He's going to get a step right there. Single high safety. He's not going to make a play. I get the throw right there. However, let's say he doesn't get a step. I would love to see what, LW could have done with the ball right here. Put that thing out in front of him. Let this man run. All right. But unfortunately, he doesn't get the chance. QB throws it up. That would wrap up the Colts preseason. Now we're going to jump to the Commanders right here. We're going to see a little bit different. A nice little screen pass right here. Nice little move right here. Take a look. Going to catch up with the 41-ish, 42 almost. Nice little side step right there. Gets about 10 yards right there. Good stuff right there. Let's keep it going. This was interesting right here. All right, because this is going against the Commanders DB, who I think is what, 6'1", 6'2", 200 pounds. I mean, this is a big dude right here. All right, 22. I looked him up. Undrafted free agent right here. He's a big guy. All right, so you're going to see initially off the press, he's kind of beat. And you know what he's trying to do right here? He's trying to work his way back in right here. And take a look what happens. Gets underneath right there. Take a look. Bang. Slows it down. Basically a swim move over the top. Gets off that release, man. That was clean because you're going to see the DB has him. The DB has him right where he wants. But take a look right here. Top of the route. Break that thing through, man. Good stuff right there. Again, look at the size of that DB right there. Woo! Good matchup right there. Let's keep it going. Take a look at the next one right here. Once again, you're going to have him on that bigger DB. Once again, let's take a look what happens. Ooh, they sell that play action. All right. DB gets beat right there, as you're going to see. I mean, the dude's got speed. The dude's got speed. He was probably going, what, 70% right there. I think this one right here is going to be our last play. Let's take a look what happens. I know he doesn't get it for sure. All right. But let's take a look at what he did right here. On this play, we're going to have our go route, bang, bang right there. All right, you're going to have L-Dub on that corner route right here, and then our hitch route underneath. QB is a little bit late on this throw. Let's take a look at this real quick. So ball snapped right here. QB's going to drop back. Now, you see right here, he's just now throwing it to number 6, when in reality, it should have been out much quicker, right? Because what he's trying to do right here, he's trying to read the backer right here. The backer's going to travel with L-Dubs right here. Bang. We're going to go underneath. If he's going to sit flat, all right, we're going to go over the top. So take a look right here, all right? Linebacker's kind of sitting with L-Dubs right there. Ball's got to come out. It doesn't. Let the play continue. Linebacker's right there. No, it's 3rd and 10. Not even a first down, all right? So take a look at this one more time. If you're going to throw it, you got to get rid of it right there. You can't wait. So honestly, L-Dubs was probably going to be open on this play. He was going to take that safety deep, right? Bang. He was going to be wide open. Final thoughts on him. It says 4.46 speed, but he plays so much faster than that. If he can figure out how to basically clean up the top of his routes, this man is going to be a problem. So with that being said, I hope you guys have enjoyed the video. Phil Saver, out. I'll catch you guys next one. Take it easy. Peace.